All right. We are here. We have another episode in the bag, and we are ready to talk about it. I do not remember who the hell went first last time, so Summer, go ahead.
Okay. So, honestly, my favorite part is going to be so mundane. But when they're trying to get past the main navigation room or whatever, and they literally just tripped that poor guy.
Oh, his name is Bill.
I was gonna say they tripped Bill and they yell at poor. Yep, right there with that poster. There we go.
Like we all have that one friend that is Bill.
Done. Just because of the things the other guy yelled at him, you're always late. You cook the salmon in the microwave. I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I'm at work right now because I've heard.
We all had that one person in the group.
I was like, I've heard all this stuff before. It's such a dumb thing, but it was just so funny.
It was pretty good. I was not expecting that. There was a crap load more humor in this episode than there normally has been in a while, so I was pretty good with that.
That's why it was just really enjoyable because it was just that silly humor.
They're trying to prepare us for what's going to happen next week.
I was going to say that just because they're going to hurt us.
Yeah. This is like, look how cute this is. We're going to take it away next week.
All right.
They're going to hurt us.
Blake, go ahead.
I like this episode a lot because there was a lot of funny moments and a lot of action in this. Like action. Fucking look. Nora needs a hug. That's all I gotta say. She needs a hug.
Oh god, they just show that. Show that photo.
It was cry. Really it was really sad. Yeah, you're right. We should cry.
Well, now you're just doing it. I like how you have it ready to go.
It's always going to be in here.
As you're balloon.
I know. I try. Raven, go ahead.
Straight up, just Penny. This whole episode was. I love her. Where she's like, where it's like, oh, robot girl, you're up, and it's like, no, my name is Penny. Yeah, freaking maid in there.
Oh, that's a badass shot. I love that shot so much.
You knew something was going to happen because this was actually the clip that they have as their like little teaser card.
Yeah,
on their website. It's like straight up. But straight up Penny was just so comedic, and yes, I love her.
Yeah, I don't remember my favorite part of this. I believe this is the picture. Nope, that's not it. But crap, I don't remember exactly if I have a picture of it. But Penny called Pietro dad for the first time, and I
it's pretty much this scene. It was right before this.
It's like, sigh, Dad, I'm ready.
I burst into tears. I'm just like, all right, so Pietro going to die.
Yeah, right? I was gonna say, you know something's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's coming, guys. We're gonna get more heartbreak.
No. Oh god.
I'm gonna try and bring in a lot more memes into these videos now that I'm finding these on Tumblr. These are really good.
I saw that one.
Oh man.
I like the crossover.
Oh yeah. What was some other? All right. Yeah, there was just a lot that happened in this episode, so we'll just go through it. Blake was unnaturally a comedian in this episode.
I know, it's so funny.
Like
she's just so sassy right now.
I'm so glad they finally brought back up that whole thing where like Penny knew that she was a faunus.
Her X-ray specs there. Hello.
She's like, I knew what you were a faunus before I was.
Also, straight up Penny being Professor Penny and explaining Ruby's semblance
without
really understanding it.
That little animatic thing was freaking adorable.
And it was like because it's like 2 seconds later, because logic doesn't matter. And Ruby was like, "What?" I was like, "Bitch."
Well, they had to make it logical because those were actually molecular structures, actual structures I've seen in my chemistry class.
Well, I get that, so have I, but still, it's a semblance, so it still doesn't technically make sense. They're just trying. They're JoJoing it.
Something I liked about that scene is it reminds me a lot of Volume 1. I can't remember what episode it is when Ruby's trying to figure out who she wants to partner up with, and she's got the same little kind of thought bubbles up in her head of all the people she's run into.
Or when she's in the school and like she's the like fairy looking thing looking at people's weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just cute to see them kind of bring that back again.
Oh yeah, I have to remember.
Maybe they'll bring us more Ruby Chibi from this.
They promised me Coco and then they killed that show off. I was pissed.
I was gonna say I don't think we're getting that. Anyway, back to this.
When Penny was explaining all that, I felt like she was a teacher explaining something really fast and then moves right on, and no one understood what she said.
Understood. No.
And then the one smart kid explains it.
Yes. I thought was really cool that we actually had like 3 characters that normally never have conversations. Like Nora never talks to Blake and Weiss like ever.
Yeah,
and now they had a heart to heart.
After.
Yeah.
That's what I'm liking about these volumes in the whole mix-up of the teams and breakups of the teams. You're getting more of these interactions, and it's kind of selling that, they are all friends a little better.
Yeah, exactly. Like they've actually talked when the episodes don't happen. It's not like they actually don't see each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. What were some other? No, those I have for a rant I'm gonna have later.
Actually, I think I know what it is.
You know exactly what I'm gonna bring up because it happened last year.
I know exactly what you're gonna rant about, but I do want to point out I'm surprised you haven't ranted about how this episode started yet.
Yeah,
don't worry. I haven't gotten past that point yet. It's the first line in my notes. Don't worry.
Oh, he got the notes.
They just went, oh, by the way, logic. Crumple up in a ball.
As soon as it happened, I was like, oh, someone's not going to be happy.
I was just like, of fucking course. God. All right. Yeah, we can start going through notes, I guess, so I can actually bring up the pictures that are with it.
I didn't do notes. I didn't want to.
No one told me I was supposed to take notes.
These
two take notes. It's ridiculous.
I just need to frame my screenshots.
I take notes every time because I'm a loser, guys.
The fact that May can cloak like
everybody.
Fucking love her.
That I thought was really cool.
Love her.
I love May so much.
She's more useful than like other background characters that were killed off.
Yeah.
Would you stop?
I don't know.
Would you like some chocolate to make you feel better?
I don't know why you'd bring up such a thing. Okay. We need to talk about some happier things before I get to that. We talked about that. Here's another meme that I just had to bring up.
Like, I know what you're gonna rant about here soon, but I'm gonna say one thing. I still feel like Marrow's the only one who doesn't want to fight anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't.
I agree.
He like the fact that he hesitated before like leaving with everybody else. I was like, "Yo, come on, boy."
I agree. He doesn't want to fight anybody, and that's why what I want to rant about pisses me off even more.
I was gonna say, I know. That's why I started my sentence off the way I did.
Yeah.
It's just they're constantly showing him like just looking like he's having second guesses. Like he was okay not necessarily taking Penny just now.
Yeah, and I've noticed a trend here. Ever since they've left Beacon, the first non-main group Faunus that they meet is on the villain team and does not like what the villains are doing.
Yeah.
Mistral, it was Ilya. This time, it's Marrow.
What the fuck?
Eric? I am sorry, but I don't know.
What?
I am uneducated, Eric, buddy. I would gladly respond to your comment, but I don't know what you said.
Oh, I don't.
Summer Hopi, we had this in Spanish class.
I'm sorry.
That's not.
That's
not Spanish.
I suppose we actually could get to the thing I'm going to rant about, just so I can actually physically get it out of the way.
Just do it. We all know.
So
I've been waiting for it.
Do it.
I need to find.
Eventually.
Either that, or we can talk about.
Okay, so. Rooster Teeth has a bone to pick with me, and it's gotten worse now that I've become an editor for Crow and the fan fiction that we write. We need to not stop being Araki from JoJo and forgetting that our characters have powers.
Here we go.
Except Araki just forgets. Rooster Teeth likes to forget when plot needs to happen and then remember when plot doesn't need to happen. Last time on Ruby's Bizarre Adventure, he had to be out of the building for the plot to happen and then come back in the building to help the plot happen. Then later, he had to legitimately forget for 10 minutes that he had a semblance for the fight to happen with Ruby and the Aesops. Now this time, they see all of the Aesops are lined up against everybody. He doesn't say anything. What Summer pointed out, and I completely agree with, he is the one person that doesn't want fighting. He has a literal off switch to cancel any confrontation. Literally any. Then, not only did he forget for just this moment, they fight Penny for a good 4 minutes. She's about to laser cannon Vine, and then he goes, oh, I guess I should stop him from dying. Here we go. And then they break back in, save Penny, and go, I shouldn't use it yet. It'd be too useful right now. The plot couldn't happen, and we can't do it. And I had someone comment under the other video dude being like, hey, she can barely use it on one person. So he couldn't possibly use it on all of Team RWBY at once. And also the other one was, yeah, man, he's really got to concentrate and sit there and not be emotional to get to do it. All right. Let's do some math here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people.
Oh god, he's fucking
7 people. There was 4 people total there. He was pissed off in this moment. They're being accused of being murderers, and in a spite of anger, in 2 seconds without thinking, he freezes an entire room of people. Rooster Teeth. I am very happy we have different semblances for these characters, but for the love of Christ, stop making them forget they have semblances to make your plot work or write it differently. Marrow is straight up busted as a character. Have him not be there. You either need to have him quit their team or make him use a semblance. It's starting to get actively irritating. I don't know if it's just me, but like everyone's using their semblance at all times except him because then the plot couldn't happen.
Every time Marrow's on screen, all I think of is Ty.
He pisses me off. I love Marrow
That's
as a
one.
character. I absolutely love him. He is one of the best, well-constructed characters they have, but he's busted. He's literally a plot-breaking device, so they have to make him be the most gullible, stupid person on the planet. I hate it.
I love Marrow, and I love how upset you get about it, but no, I really do agree. He has a really great semblance when they let him use it.
Yeah, it's the coolest thing. That could be, it could be some really good moments.
It's for the plot. And okay, listen. Araki from JoJo Bizarre Adventure can forget things. It's okay. But it is known that I don't know the person's name. The person that makes One Piece has to go on the One Piece wiki when he makes new chapters to set up and leave JoJo out of this.
That's funny.
When JoJo gets towards 1,000 episodes, I will start cutting some more breaks. And I'm only saying that because
I will fight JoJo.
I know Crow will get a kick out of the fact that I brought that up. That's the main reason. But I needed to get that rant out of the way because it just needed to go. Because that's basically all I really had to talk about this episode.
That's the only thing that's like bothering me more and more. Like it's only used for plot convenience and like nothing less and nothing more.
I also see it as one other thing is they're actually mimicking the attention span of a dog. I have babysat this person's dog. I have 2 dogs myself, and they all have the attention span of a peanut.
I get that.
Yeah, but at the same time, Marrow's not a dog. He's a faunus. That'd be like I was expecting Blake to always do cat things.
I get that, but Blake doesn't go, look, shiny every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't get distracted by shiny things.
Unless they made her shininess being like in this episode where she's pointing out being a smartass at the same time.
That I'm not following on that.
Because like, you know how we don't really see Blake being the way she is like we did in this episode.
I get that, but if we're going by cat rules, when Penny had her swords out, there's literal laser pointers.
My cats don't like laser pointers.
Then yours is in the small majority. Just let you know.
Yeah. I just want to point something out. We do know Blake does laser pointers because Yank usually actually used a laser pointer to get her attention before.
God, that's so long ago.
It's a laser.
What was that? Volume
It was like two. It was like two because
it was like very early. It was like two.
Very early.
It was two because it was the same time as the dance.
I was gonna say she literally used the laser pointer to get her attention, so we do know those things work on Blake.
If they're going to make that why his semblance doesn't work, then they need to explain that. Otherwise, it's still stupid writing.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, they're going to be like, "Hey guys, he's a puppy and he gets distracted really easily."
What?
Like it.
Like it could be how like Ruby never knew how her semblance worked half the time. It could be that.
Honestly, it could, yeah, that's possible, I guess. But
like in that sense, like he knows it works, but doesn't know how. If doesn't know the full potential of it, type of thing.
He's the baby of the group. So
the problem is also every single time he decides to use it, it works 100%.
Maybe he's just dumb luck.
I'm just gonna throw it up to they can't have his semblance be used, otherwise the writing wouldn't work.
No, I agree with that.
I do agree. I feel like it could be something similar to Ruby.
I would like that if they actually made a reason why he can't use it is because he has a concentration thing. But until they say that, it's fine because that would be a really good reason if they actually ever say it. It would make the most sense because then it would make him not be able to use it. And then make him even cooler because when he does concentrate and gets pissed off and stops, like literally Zerwaldo's everybody, you know he's pissed and concentrated. That would make him cooler.
But we don't actually know why. So it's just like, okay, why did you do it references? When don't you want to make a JoJo reference?
Everything's a JoJo reference and I'll prove it to you.
Anyway, all right.
I would believe it.
There's something I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about the new ship that has started coming out. I saw on Tumblr is Ironwood and Watts here, which is known as. I guess people are.
That's how it works. They're in the same room. You shift them, boys.
Well, I didn't know they had a name.
That's not new.
I didn't know they had a name. I guess now there's a name I've seen more often today than I ever have, and it's cyber bullies.
Yeah, that's their name.
Like we knew like they were going to be working together.
Oh yeah, we all called that last time.
Yeah, we do.
So I'm like, come on, man.
Eric, buddy, again. I'm so sorry, but I don't know what you're saying.
But so what stood out to me mainly as I watched it a second time was he's watching video footage of Cinder and Penny fighting, just like how he did when he was there was video footage of Penny fighting and he was mimicking that style of control. So this will probably lead back to the opening where we saw Watts on one side of the mirror, and then it flipped over to the other side with Pedro and
that will also, if they do it the way I think they might do it, it would fix the other problem I had with that situation.
There's always so much wrong.
Is that Tyrion had a stinger this big. Penny's literally packing scimitars.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, don't worry. It looked like Penny. But now they actually have one of Penny's swords, which they could either use to, quote unquote, frame her, which I don't think anyone would ever believe now. Or when we get to theories and what we think are going to go on, we can get to that. But
I've got a theory that goes along with that. So
yeah.
I also found it like a little bit interesting when like I was like, I hope I hope you know what you're doing. Like when he puts his hand on his shoulder, like you saw him like flinch once.
It's kind of creepy.
So
yeah, because apparently he beat him up.
Well, yeah, he's like, do you want any more motivation?
Because Wallace was like very savage, like, bitch, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Hackers know what they're doing. Trust them.
But now he's
it's
scared.
Just so like, how far gone Ironwood is. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah,
dude, I wouldn't trust Ironwood. I would be scared of him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
Yeah, that was kind of scary. But
I still like Ironwood.
I do too if he gets his head out of his ass.
Yeah.
True.
But don't worry, guys. He has a semblance called OCD, so he's really concentrated.
So
I
he
know,
has
but-
the opposite of Marrow's.
Yes. His semblance is called metal, and it basically says when he
Wait.
comes up. Yes, metal. Yes, but METTLE.
Hold on. So he has a iron, steel concentration.
Yeah,
He has
that's
an
what his
iron
semblance is. It's
deficiency?
called metal. So he has basically an iron, like a laser focused thing, like
Oh my
thought
God.
process, so that when he comes up with something, he can use laser focus to finish it. So pretty much, he's me when I overthink something. His semblance is a medical disorder that I have. I laughed so hard when they put that into the wiki. But
I keep forgetting that's what it is because I know you've told us that before. But it's just
Yeah,
funny.
I honestly thought someone made that up, and then like Rooster Teeth announced it, and I'm like, oh, his semblance is OCD. Alrighty then.
it's pretty much at the rate he's going. He can easily just be like, "All right, Salem, I'm gonna work for you. Fuck it."
Well, it's getting really close to that point. We also forgot about one comic relief moment that was really great.
Oh, please tell me. Yes! Yes!
This is me. This is me.
I was gonna actually
and
ask
I
you to
hate
go to
it.
this.
I just love how she's like, ooh, I'm gonna get you.
I was watching Elf right before this. I paused like right after he did this in the elevator, and then I saw the episode, and I'm like, it's funny, the Elf moment.
It was that, and someone on Tumblr put, sorry it took a while. Someone hit every button in the elevator on the way up. It wasn't me. And then it turned to Nora slapping all the buttons.
It was me.
Oh yeah, I didn't show that shot either. That was pretty good.
That poor guy. Oh.
That was great.
Oh, painful.
One thing they've done this season a lot is give voices and personalities to people you will never see again. Because,
True.
like, yeah, the Karen in episode 2?
1.
Hey, she could come back.
What?
No, 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
2.
2?
She was also she was in Last Volume. I think she was one of the moms that were
Was
like
she?
all over John.
Oh,
No,
could
the-
be.
I think she was
Because
one
you're
of those
talking about the old
moms.
lady, aren't you? Old one that was
I'm
complaining.
talking
that
about the
Yeah.
one that was like, we have to be down here with the dirty, filthy faunus. Now,
Yeah,
the
the old
girl, the old lady, the girl that was with her, I think actually, I think you might be right about that. The one that was like, the one that
The
got
one with the
behind her.
shovel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think she was the one that gave.
She was one of the mothers that were like horny for John.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. I know we didn't we showed that for a little bit before, but that poster's ridiculous.
I fucking love that poster.
It's like, come on, Bill.
So, Admin Clover and I talked about this poster for a second, and he's just like, all I see is Jaws right here. That's all I see is Jaws.
Yeah,
Well,
so that was
That's pretty
cute.
much what it is. You switch out a couple things, and I like that how they do a lot of more background things now, which is really good.
You see, if they made that an actual poster, that would be fucking hilarious.
Well, it's
I would
like
buy it.
I wanted them to
I
sell
want
the
them to make
Blake hang in there poster that they had in RWBY Chibi. I wanted that
Oh,
really
yeah.
bad.
They probably wouldn't because it's based off an actual real poster. So
I
maybe that's
know,
why
but-
legal copyright
could
stuff
be.
they couldn't do it.
It could be. All right. I suppose we can get. We talked about the fight was awesome. Other than there's a great shot, but I didn't get it where Vine knocks all of Team RWBY off in one. You actually see Marrow have the duck because Vine wasn't paying attention, and he swiped out everybody and almost knocked Marrow clean off the bridge.
Yes.
That I didn't get. Oh, I did think I saw while they were fighting Harriet, you saw Harriet's face, in her eyes you see the Penny.
Mhm.
And I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
It's just the little things in animation that fucking make
Oh,
me
yeah.
happy.
The
Yeah,
things
no.
that I keep sitting here and just staring at my screen like I'm drooling because I'm like, oh, this looks so good.
I will admit,
It's like-
during the whole fight scene with Penny, my inner meteorologist was just like, yes, bring me giant snowstorm. Blind them. Blind them.
God.
I do
It's
like
cool.
seeing that
Snowstorm.
it's a little more concentrated on the whole ice part, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
they weren't Dragon Ball Z characters like it was with
Yeah,
Raven and
I was gonna
Cinder.
say yeah, that was cool, but I'm not gonna lie, that still kind of gets on my nerves because I like the whole idea of them, having their own kind of thing for
Yeah.
each maiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then like if Cinder or if somebody at one point gets all 4 of them, then they like basically collected all of the I would want to say RWBY Mega Man like character pieces to just be able to do
They're
everything.
the avatar of the universe.
They're gonna become
Yep.
Voltron.
Avatar.
I vote Voltron actually. We're gonna go with that.
All right. What was some other? Oh yeah,
So-
that part was pretty. funny.
R2D2. That is all I
Then-
thought.
When
We got that whole thing with Nora now that she's got those marks all over her.
Oh, I was gonna get to that.
Yeah, there you go.
but
That
the
was
whole
nuts.
like Penny moment and how like Ruby's face. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool though. I kind of hope her scars don't go away because that would be kind of cool.
But
Mhm.
it does show that she is not like immune to her own powers. She could still get hurt from them. So it shows
Yeah,
us
if she
like,
overloads herself.
yeah,
Yeah.
trust me. I
She,
won't be
she
surprised if
sold the
Thor does
Electra.
this.
She got too excited. She got too excited with that
Yeah.
Electra.
She does.
It was too shocking for her.
It was.
It was.
All I want to know now: will she walk around being like, if you rub your feet against the carpet with your socks and you touch electronics, will you just zap people?
I feel like if she could, she already would have been doing that.
Yeah, because she needs to absorb it
Yeah.
first, but she needs it's just anytime she's just rubbing her feet to try and get like she would just basically do that to give herself a jolt. You just see her in the corner.
That's what I was
rubbing her
gonna
feet.
Just because of who Nora is, I feel like if she could do that, she'd already be doing that.
Yeah.
I have a feeling
Alright,
that if
let's-
she discovered it as a kid, that would be a great RWBY skit where she's just in the corner just rubbing her feet and it's just
All right, we're gonna write an episode of Ruby Truby now, and that's what she's gonna do.
Oh, God, jeez. All
And
right.
then Coco's just in the background to make Ty happy.
Because it's basically not going to happen since basically burning in actually have nothing to do with Rooster Teeth pretty much anymore. But neither did Megan. They got her to come back to be Neon Cat, so there's still hope. Okay, so we got the fight. Watts is pretty much under death control to be figuring out Penny. They stole her sword. After Watts told them to. So Watts has got a specific plan for that. And then
Yeah.
they are going to go take Nora somewhere safe. So maybe back to where their headquarters were. And then Penny is
Yeah.
going to go to Amity with Pietro and
Maria.
Yeah.
Aria.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because they can't have my
Ruby.
favorite character in the show either now.
So where is side? This is
Oh god.
no. I don't like it. I don't
Never
like it.
It's funny though. I
Say
laugh.
about her. That's funny.
And it's just like no,
This isn't about.
And also, we do have to mention that the fact that they finally had, with Penny talking through Pietro, they finally actually had the Pinocchio moment.
yes.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
considering this episode is literally titled Strings,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of their most on point titles that they've ever put to an episode ever.
Yeah, but you have to keep in mind, Penny's swords are like attached to like strings.
No,
They pulled
that's
the
what I
string.
mean. It was very
Yeah.
on point. Like they were so literal. Also, before we get away, it took about 1 1/3 volumes, but Vine finally used his weapon for 2
Yes!
seconds.
Yes, I took
Yeah.
screenshots. I was like,
I was gonna say for
because
2
I know
seconds,
last volume he didn't use his weapon, and people bitched about that. Like, what is his weapon?
I just want
Yeah,
to like know
people
what
like
it
Ty
was.
weapon.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
it's just a weapon.
it was just a big thing on his back, and from what I noticed, it basically looks like a chakram that he doesn't throw.
Yeah.
Or
But
at
he
least
finally
didn't have a
used it,
chance to
guys.
throw He
We
did. He took
finally
it off his
saw him.
back.
We could
I
go
was happy.
home, boys.
Check out,
That
boys.
was
we're
the
going
only
home.
reason. That was the only reason to watch RWBY.
He
know
used
he
the
became
weapon.
more like-
Everybody go home.
Can you imagine a guy was like, yes, I finally saw Vine use his semblance. Signing out now. Or use his weapon. That's all I want.
That's how
That's
they
what happened
needed.
with me.
That's all I
Ty
asked for.
and has weapons. But that's why I noticed he was kind of more of a leader during this pack fight. 'Cause no, it would be Clover, but Clover's dead.
To me,
Not
I kind
happy.
of saw Harriet taking that over.
Yeah,
was kind of
more
both of them.
Harriet.
It's like I really never saw Elm too much in the prior volumes, like really interact as much.
No, she's
Yeah,
I
kind
felt
of
like he was just like gonna talk first,
relegated
because,
muscle.
like
Yeah.
have like that like calming voice, like come
Yeah.
on, let's go, Penny.
They each have
And
their
then
roles to
fucking
play
guilt
now.
trip. I'm like,
Because he tried to be calm with them, and then when it didn't work here, it's just like, I'm going to kick your ass if you don't come with me. It just devolved to that really quickly.
yeah.
It's just like, look, if you're not gonna listen to me, I'm just gonna kick your ass.
Exactly.
Listen, you're
Pretty
gonna
much.
be right next to your uncle in jail, man. So shut the fuck up. And I'm like, you fucking bitch.
That was one where they put a thing up on Tumblr where they compared two moments from RWBY, and when they were when Penny blocked or like put her arm and said stay away from her, or
Yeah.
it was either stay away from her or leave her alone, and then they harkened
like,
that back to
alone.
when RWBY was holding Penny's sword and was telling him to leave Pyrrha alone. I thought,
Yeah.
so like it's not exact, but that was really close, and I get what you were going for. But so
Yeah, this whole volume, like I know like people that ship Penny and RWBY are fucking going nuts.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm fucking here for it, man.
The adult shippers are getting really fed this season.
Oh, fuck
this
yeah, we
volume this
are. Let's
month.
oh, they are
go.
getting it
We're
dropped in
getting
their
fed.
front yard by the truckloads.
Yep.
So I suppose we could start going into theory craft here since we kind of went over.
Oh, my
Some
theory
of it.
involves the picture right in front of you, technically.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So obviously, oh god, we all thought of this probably, is now that he has her weapon, as what we've seen in like movies and things like that, is if a hacker has a property that connects back to the like original owner, they're gonna hack it, steal their identity, pretty much reprogram everything. So I think that's why he wanted her sword. Was like,
Yeah.
I can hack right into that, I can get everything.
Yeah, because he wasn't getting anywhere what he was doing.
Yeah, I was thinking that as
Tony
well.
Stark was better at that, but
Well, Tony Stark's got a little bit more experience.
Just a little.
so yeah, I see within like the next at least 2 episodes, because I feel like they're gonna throw back to
Hello, Santi.
Yang's team next.
Yes.
We won't see
Yeah.
anything for like 2 episodes, but I see that we're getting a big hacking moment.
Yeah, that was a great thing that I also was on Tumblr, but I forgot to grab it. It showed shots where they showed elevator music and them going down the elevator, and then it showed meanwhile Team Joyride, and it showed Yang and Oscar being manhandled by that Grim.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, I also like how they got out of the elevator and the caption says spy music.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
not just music, spy
Spy music. Yes, that was
That's
good.
funny.
I took a screenshot. I thought it was live. I was like, okay. Let's go.
Where
I
was
still love the
the-
R2D2 moment there.
With this
Oh, I
photo,
saw it.
when I took that screenshot, I have so many comments going through my head.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Now I gotta find where the crap is that photo you sent me?
I sent a lot, and they're
No,
all
not-
fucking
not
out of
that- there it
order.
is. Summer
Oh,
sent
yeah.
me this.
I did. That was
Oh
me.
yeah, I saw that one.
No.
And it's either the big
No, put it
serpent,
away.
meaning they could technically have her kill the whale, or she's going to kill Tyrion. I would prefer her to be kill Tyrion, so they could literally have Penny Pinocchio that freaking whale.
Yeah.
No. No, please, no.
When I
like
found
it.
that, so the full post that's from is it literally says Nora's gonna be fine, and it has a picture of Nora hitting the gate. The following picture is right ? And it's showing Pyrrha getting shot in the chest with the arrow.
Yeah.
And underneath it says, "How did Achilles die?" And it says he was killed by an arrow. And then goes, "Oh no!" And then it's this picture of Nora, and then that little explanation of how Thor dies.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's a thing tied in with the Valkyries that directly deal with them being killed by a scorpion as well.
Yeah, that too.
So, yeah.
I was gonna say, so I might need to take back what I said last week about it might be Ren who's gonna be in trouble. It might be Nora instead.
Oh.
She's
Yeah.
getting a pissload of character development, like,
Yeah.
real
That-
fast.
I was gonna say that's why I'm worried about her.
Yeah.
But it's okay because Nora went Super Saiyan.
I like that, like,
She
they
was
finally
Super
showed-
Saiyan.
the fact that they show damage on people differently. That
Yeah.
I thought was cool. That was an effect that not a lot of the only time they ever showed the vein kind of thing a little bit was with Cinder when she absorbed stuff from
Amber?
the Amber, thank you. Like her face got a little messed up with veins and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but they're doing a lot more with body damage. I pretty much agree with the Watts has found an easier way to hack Penny. So either, and that's really tying into now where I think they're gonna finally get the Penny's gone, like she gets taken out somehow, but they like make it so that Watts is like leaving, so like the hack is done and he thinks she's done, and then Pietro does the whole "there's the last of my aura, go get him, tiger" kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
that's like with my kind of to add on with Raven's here is like, okay, like you have the sword, you're gonna hack it like that. I feel like Watts is just gonna be like hacks Penny, and then like Watts is going to escape and like just go to Salem with with the hack Penny.
Yeah, we'll have to see how he does that, or if he just hand delivers her or like sends her to Salem, because he's from what I gathered, he pretty much accepted that he's likely not going to make it out.
Yeah.
Like he realized they thought he was expendable. So if like he sends her to Salem and then just gets shot by Ironwood like in the head.
So I just
I
feel
know,
like
right?
Watts is just going to turn around and be like, "Fuck you, Ironwood! I was using you this whole time,"
Yeah.
type of thing. So I feel like I know that's gonna happen,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and I was gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
Ironwood is gonna get played to the point of where he finally turns to someone else because he realizes that he can't possibly get played by other people that were trying to tell him that he weren't in the first place.
Yeah, so
Right?
Yeah.
I just know like Iowa working with Watts, like it's gonna backfire in Iowa's face like very soon.
Yeah. Just a touch. But like,
Just a tad.
anybody have any other ones before I throw out the only somewhat crackpot theory that I found?
No, that was pretty much my only theory because I've been on this
Yeah.
whole Watts theory since like last volume.
Yeah, I'm just happy no one went Super Saiyan.
Yes.
And
So,
like
uh,
her hair is a JoJo reference.
Oh Lord.
Oh, I have to
Listen,
ask about
I
that.
can do this all day.
You
I
know
know
full
you
well
can.
that last volume they dressed up Neon Cat like Jolene, right?
Yeah.
So-
I noticed that after a while. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, they basically like I can't remember what the character artist said was like. Yeah, I really like the way Jolene looks, so I copied her hair.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was wondering where I could. I was like, why do this look familiar? And I looked forever. Then finally, someone pointed it out on Tumblr, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. She's the main JoJo in part 6.
All right.
So where's Team Funky in all this? Are we ever gonna see them again?
I really don't see a reason
no.
why we would personally.
Well, the only reason I would see why they would is because they're in the school when this happens.
And they're protecting.
And I just might see, I don't think they're going to be a big thing, but I could see them having like another 2-minute spot to be like, go, we got this, we're going to die.
Or during a giant fight scene like in Volume 3 where they're all fighting the Grim that attack Beacon. Like, they're background characters. They can fight. You see them fight, that's it. Nothing else.
Because they could have them do
I just remember something. Eventually in one of the episodes we're gonna see them like them promoting their like the coffee. So I just remember they're gonna have a moment when they advertise coffee.
Well,
So don't know how that's gonna fit in when everybody
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah,
I
like
got
Oscar
nothing
got
on that.
kidnapped, Nora might be dead.
But we got coffee, guys.
Like
Well,
we're
soldiers?
surrounded with coffee.
Soldiers? All right, so the somewhat crackpot theory, which it might not be crackpot depending on how they do it
Okay,
with
that's
Penny
good.
getting hacked, was someone on Tumblr went on a real stretch here.
My favorite.
I can't read that.
Arthur Watts wearing his black coat, dark red vest, and yellow undershirt end. Jiminy Cricket
Oh
from
my
Pinocchio
God.
wearing a black coat,
No.
red vest, and a yellow cravat.
No.
And then under it is oh
No.
fuck.
No.
Well, you know, that would be interesting.
No.
That would be interesting.
No.
I'm not even gonna lie. That kind of has my interest peaked.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like to read theories on Tumblr.
That's where I was like, that's a stretch with the clothing, just a touch, but we're hammering hard on the Pinocchio shit this season,
So
so
it could happen. Oh, goddamn Tumblr. Okay, Tumblr, you win this round.
You
that
win.
was pretty good.
You win this round, Tumblr.
That I thought was pretty good. I'm just like, that's the one character Penny doesn't have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if they somehow had a cricket faunus, I would have been like, you're going to be important in a little bit. Don't you go anywhere.
Don't die as your background character.
Yeah, got you. And like, I never found out if Arthur's name meant anything.
Whenever I see Arthur, I just think of the character Arthur.
Yeah.
That's all I
Like,
see.
I don't know if maybe they said it would be like if Sherlock Holmes started working with Moriarty. That's what basically how they described his character. And I was like, I don't know if like he's a tech guy, if they've named him Watts, like instead of Tesla, because Tesla like with electricity and like
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. But yeah. No, that was the little crackpot theory that I started to like a lot more the more I thought about it. Because
But
Penny has become
I was
strangely
gonna say,
the
as,
most.
I'm sitting here, yeah. As I'm sitting here, I kind of like it more and more. It's like, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I really like the idea because, especially with how porn Penny is right now.
She's like the most shockingly became like the most forefront character since they've been to Atlas. She's had a crap ton of screen time. Yeah.
You love Penny.
Yeah. Oh, Penny's awesome.
I love Penny.
I was so glad she was back. I broke into tears when that when that green laser beam went across the street. I was like,
I was so happy.
Yeah,
I was
like,
Penny!
I like scream.
And the fact that they like had her do a Kamehameha style salutations before she rocket like tackled Ruby into a hug, I was like,
just like throws herself at Ruby.
Exactly. Just no.
Yeah, that's why that ship is fucking
like it was awkwardly paid. I'll never echo, but I still love that moment.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, that was. I have a feeling that Penny is either she's not making it out of the Atlas arc, or she's just going to stay in Atlas after the Atlas arc.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see her after this volume, which makes me sad.
Yeah, because like
so
she was supposed
you kind of see that in like a lot of TV shows and movies. Like you get that one character who's really good, and they're gonna stay where they are just to help with the recovery act of it all. And then we'll see them like
that's gonna be her.
Next couple seasons.
We have been seeing that. Like look at Sun. We probably will see him again soon, but we're not going to see him again for a while.
Yeah, and Penny was kind of like to a degree, what Sun was in the Mistral stuff, because he was the one character that wasn't on the main team that was shown before. They're kind of like, we brought one of the guys along, and then
we
now
brought
it's
a
pretty much
simp
Penny's
along.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Listen, in like the what's it called? Before Dawn, I was like, yes, Sun left to be a simp for like a whole fucking.
You're not wrong.
And he was one that had really like, and again, he became like got his own personality out of all that really fast.
Yeah.
And people were just freaking out. Black Sun is on a literal ship right now. I'm like, oh my
god. That's not how it works. That's not how all of it works.
You literally said that they're in the same room on a ship. If they're literally on a ship,
it doesn't count.
I was like, I hate that makes sense.
They're on the ship. It's time
right now.
Ship.
So, if that's the case, Penny and Ruby were on a flying ship multiple times. So it's
hold on.
They were.
They're on a ship.
Hold on, guys.
It's a ship.
Guys, can I say something really stupid right now?
Yes.
Oh.
The biggest ship we've gotten since last volume, they literally jumped off the ship together. So you know what? It's a thing. And yes, I'm talking about fair game.
That's true. They were on a ship. They were on a ship together.
They were on a ship together. He winked at Crow. That's all we need now, guys. That's how we
They become canon if they're in any type of ship. It's on
That is
like
the
a
only
ship in
way
the,
I
on
will-
the water, up in the air. If it's some type of ship, it's canon. That's how this works now.
You're right.
That's the only way we accept chips now, guys.
That's
You're
how
right.
it becomes
That
canon.
ship is sailing strong.
Here, look
Guys,
at happy fair game. There we go. Look at that.
I'm never getting rid of that photo. I'm just gonna
I'm
start adding
sorry.
shit to it every time.
Now I
I'm
have
just gonna add those-
I have to make a meme now.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
yeah. I had it in my head for a couple of weeks now. Now I have to do it. Now I have to dedicate myself to it.
Oh man.
I have
all right. If you
concerns.
guys want to start sending me your stuff
Stuff.
for the
I still don't have it. I'm waiting for my artist to get back.
all
to
right.
me.
Did you send
What's
that
that?
to me?
Send more photos of Clover Dead, not a problem.
I hate you.
Wait, hold on.
You said to send stuff.
Did I get a request? Did
A request. Oh, you're mean. You're
I know.
mean.
I try.
Oh
did you
no,
s-
who's
nice
more
try.
dead?
didn't
Clover or
send me that
Coco when we
individually,
play
did
Among
you?
Us?
Yeah, send me that right now, and then we'll get going.
I keep getting distracted because you keep hurting my feelings.
What could
Oh,
I
whatever
possibly
last
do
value in
that would hurt
Forest
your feelings?
I mean,
All right. So, if you want to let the people know, Summer, where they can bring up the photo, Facebook. Thank you. You can let
man,
the people know where they can find you. Ah,
that's not
That's
Summer.
not me.
that's
That's
not
a
yours.
that's Blake.
What the hell? Where'd you just send it?
To
You
the
thought
group
it was-
chat.
Poor Blake.
You thought it was Summer, but it's really me, Blake.
It was
All
Blake
right.
and it's Summer.
Try
I
this again.
I sent mine before Blake's.
Well, it came thereafter. There. Go ahead.
This is great, guys.
I know.
Um,
I'm a professional.
You can find me as Ray Sketchin on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook, where I post mostly art and sometimes other stuff.
All right. Then, Blake.
You could follow me everywhere with Nominate O2Es, where I make lots of memes, mostly Kingdom Hearts, and make fun of
Lots of
people that are dead. So if you like
Why?
memes, come follow me.
What?
If you want to talk about Clover Dead, follow me. Wants to talk about shit? Follow me, because
He's
everything
dead
is
like
canon
my
now.
love.
Only
Right.
if they're on a ship, though.
Listen,
If you want to go by that, then
reship it.
Crow
If they look at
and
each other,
Tyrion were
reship
on a
it.
ship.
Hey, that is a ship. I'm just gonna say
Facts.
it's called alcohol poisoning.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, fucking course it is. Oh my
I'm not surprised.
Go
with
with
this fucking thing.
that hurts me.
It's like, what are you more disappointed by, the name or the fact that I had that ready?
Oh, a bit of both.
It's a combination of both. I was not at all shocked that you had it ready.
And
Oh,
that's
so
fine. I
that's okay.
temporarily made one and I forgot I did. You can find me at Fiery Summers Cosplay on Instagram or Facebook.
All right. And I'm going to be really boring. You can find me on the YouTube channel you're watching this video on.
Whoa!
You can also find me on
Finger guns.
Twitch at Organoid Zero, where I'll finally start streaming off of my new baby over there Monday with Miles Morales. So
Ew.
have fun with that. Yeah, so that's another episode down. Do we know how many episodes are this season?
14.
14.
I was gonna say, isn't it?
There's 14 episodes. This volume.
Yeah.
But obviously, we probably won't get one for Christmas because I think Christmas is on
No.
Saturday, and I think New Year's we probably won't get one either.
Well, aren't they also gonna take a break for Thanksgiving? Or am I wrong?
That's
a
a
good
good question. I know nothing.
I think they normally do.
No,
Wow.
last year they
They're gonna
did.
just leave us. This is gonna leave us out to dry. We'll never know what happened to Oscar. That's fine.
Christmas
That's fine. We don't
is-
need to know.
Christmas.
Christmas
It's okay.
is next
We're on our
Friday.
official ships, Blake. We don't need to do
Christmas
anything
is
else.
next Friday.
Christmas is next Friday.
That's Black Friday, dude. Next week.
I was about to say this.
No, not
Stop.
Christmas is on Friday. I mean,
I don't know. I'll be sleeping.
I didn't say anything. I'm just showing for when episodes
Oh,
might be up.
God.
So
Calm
then we probably
down.
well,
No.
No.
Please get right.
Like,
So
no.
I don't know for that, but yeah. All right, we will see you all next time.